like when you just arrived, you do have a child on the line.
Hey, what was that?
It's going to be room 12. I will need to see
Salvador Ramos. Room 12? Where's room 12?
Child is advising he is in the room full of victims. Full of victims at this moment.
Full of victims. Child called 911 says the room is full of victims. The room is full of victims. Child 911. Child 911 call.
Unbelievable. We're getting body cam footage now from Uvalde, Texas, from Robb Elementary, and there you heard the officers getting word that a child from one of those rooms had called 911 in a room full of victims. Tonight, what we're going to do is take a look at some of this body cam footage and then get some insight and analysis from our experts. Let me bring them in. Joining us tonight to talk about all this in Marietta, Georgia, civil attorney, former police officer Lance LoRusso, and in Atlanta, Georgia, former special agent in charge from the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, Trebor Randall. Both have years of experience in training and expertise, and I appreciate both of you being here tonight. It's not going to be easy to watch this, but we've got to learn from all of it. So we're going to take a look first at body cam from Officer Coronado. We'll take a look, we'll listen, and then on the back end, we'll come back and hear from both of you your notes, insight into what we just saw, what was done right, what was done wrong, issues that the officers were dealing with in the moment. So let's take a look at the body cam footage first.
Okay, Uvalde, they're saying that he's possibly in the building on the... Oh, shots fired!
701.
Get inside!
PD unit.
Go, go, go!
Shot in the head, laying on DS Street. The one female shot in the head.
Shots fired inside the building, Uvalde!
Which building?
Careful, guys, shot fired. He's in this classroom right here on the right. Anybody in there? Take cover, guys.
Across from the funeral home. Shots still going fire. Shots fired. That's 22 Uvalde. Can you activate the Uvalde SWAT?
Stay right there, guys.
Be contained in this office.
Okay, guys, he's inside this building. We have him contained. He's gonna be on the building on the west side of the property. Careful with the windows facing east. He's not talking, he shot like 40, 50 rounds at least. He's in there with the room with him? Okay, come on, go, 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 open the door. Open the door, go, go, I'm good, I'm good. Watch out, it's us. Careful, careful. Hey, clear that fatal funnel, man. Get in there if you're gonna get in. Don't stay in the fatal funnel.
Covering colors.
Run. Come on, y'all run. Run. Go. Kids coming out.
door. Come on. 320, are you going to be knocking on the door? 115?
Cover those windows, guys. I can't see through there, guys. I know. I don't know if there was two shooters or not.
Sir! All my doors and over on my side. Let me know if there's any kids in there or anything. This could be peaceful.
Hey, can you go get a breaching tool?
Like a trigger house.
I know.
Cover.
Sir, if you can hear me, please put your firearm down, sir. We don't want anybody else hurt.
I know.
That's what we're doing. We're trying to get them out. They're gonna break the window.
Sir, if you can hear me, please put your gun down. We don't want anybody else hurt.
Tell him in Spanish.
Si me puede escuchar, la arma para el piso, por favor. No queremos nadie más que esté herido. Responde, por favor. Can you hear me, sir? Yes, Mr. Ramos. Please respond.
Salvador!
Can you hear us, sir? Please don't hurt anyone. These are innocent children. Please put your firearm down. We don't want anybody else hurt.
I'm so proud of these kids, man. They did so well.
Okay, Lance LoRusso, Trebor Randall with us again, watching all this. Lance, I'll begin with you. Your thoughts about what we just saw?
It's hard to watch. The issue that you hear, the discussion, there's several points that I hear. The discussion with a gunman in a school is irrelevant. When someone walks into a school and fires a shot, they should be eliminated. They have the option when they see the first officer to give up peacefully, but they should be eliminated by the use of deadly force, because at that point they have manifested an intent to kill anyone in the school. The problem that you hear from the perspective of the officers, questions like which building, what room, this is a real question in my mind as to how often these officers were permitted and welcomed into that school to train. Now, not all school districts do this on a regular basis. You are certainly going to get officers to respond who don't know the school, but there should always be officers who are familiar with it. And some of the questions that are coming up here are really leading me to believe to some sort of a systemic training issue and also a relationship between law enforcement and schools. And we're seeing this nationwide with people trying to throw law enforcement out of schools, saying we don't need warriors, we need guardians. If you're going to run in and try to take care of a kid, even entering that building, you need warriors, and you need warriors who are familiar with the building and who are armed there on a regular basis.
Trebor, your initial thoughts about the video we just saw?
Again, it's very hard to watch, Vinny, and as Lance like this, do need the warriors. You know, I listen and I hear them talking about, you know, watching the windows, getting out of the fatal funnel. I know these officers have had some training. They're communicating. Those are all of the things that we teach them to do. The problem shifts when they're inside, they're still not sure, you know, classroom numbers, things of that nature, and they start trying to have a dialogue with, have a problem. It's when those shots ring out. That's when all bets are off, and we're taught to run towards that threat and eliminate that threat.
Okay, we've got more to show you. Lance LoRusso, Trebor Randall staying with us. We'll be right back.
Wireless at nix.com.
I need to grab my med kit for my thing. They say there's multiple victims in the room.
There's an EMT right here with a med kit.
Okay. Hey!
You know where room 12 is?
Room 12, we're in the 100, this is the 100 building.
EMT, hey!
But supposedly the victims are here, I'm not 100%. There's a bunch of information flying around.
More body cam footage that we're showing you tonight from Uvalde, Texas. Lance LoRusso, Trebor Randall still with us, our experts watching the video along with us. This is Officer Mendoza. Let's take a look at some of his body cam footage, and then I'll get your reactions on the other side. Let's take a look.
Come up with me. Come up with me. They got shots fired in the building. Hey! No! Shots fired in the building. I heard somebody say somebody was shot in the head. Which building? I don't know. They haven't said anything. Hey, we going in or we staying here? What are we doing?
Let's stay up perimeter, bro. Lieutenant, get with Lieutenant.
Hey, we need crowd control. What's going on, dude? This is Beck, where do you want us? Let's go, Blue, come on.
What building are you at?
Behind y'all, behind y'all. I'm on it. I know. Hey, I love you. We got an active shooter at the school. I will. We're good. I'll talk to you in a bit. I will. Bye. I got a rifle. Who has a rifle up there?
Frank King 5522. Frank King 5522. Just to let you know, we do have a suspect that's been seen in the classroom. The windows are facing officers that are out the area. We also have officers inside the building. We got covered on the west side of
Wally, Leanne.
several times out the window.
We all want to get in there, Javi. We all want to get in there. Trust me. Switch. We come through. There's teachers.
Because we're having presentations. Those hospital
Hey. Ruben.
She said she shot Johnny.
We're waiting. We got a negotiator and we're waiting for more shields.
The door's completely closed. When we approached, we started shooting at me and Holly. That's how we got this. And we got grazed in the head. And we can't shoot back because we don't know if there's kids in there.
The kids don't want to come out?
Identify who the guy is.
Let's get these kids out of here.
Hey, who's in charge of tasks?
It's gonna take time.
We all need banks.
You got gas?
They're bringing gas and banks.
We got victims in there.
Victims in the room with us?
A child on the phone, multiple victims.
A child just called that they have victims in there. Call 911.
What's that, gas?
Yeah, gas. Make sure none of these are in
You
there.
don't have gas mask.
No.
They should. Hey, hold the channel!
Be still.
Hold up. Shots fired.
Left side. Hey, let outside know.
Hey, let them know what's going on. We pushed up, we're holding right there, but I don't know.
He's saying it's team order.
The question I think that everyone has, why were they standing around? What were they waiting for? What is the calculation that's going on at this moment? Lance?
It seems that they were treating this person like a barricaded gunman. Somebody made the decision to do that. Now, there's some law enforcement intelligence issues that could have been done at the school that I'm not going to go into on air, but I can see that there's some things that are lacking. The thing that bothers me is that people are so wrapped up in this that instead of trying to figure out what happened, they're criticizing every one of these officers. And there were command decisions that were made that clearly changed the course of this. And when those officers showed up, you can hear them saying, go in, go in, go in. Clearly something interrupted that, and that's what the after-action report's going to have to show. And I don't mean the report done by the Texas legislature. I mean an actual tactical analysis that's done by law enforcement within those agencies and then debriefs with all of them together to find out so this never happens again.
Trevor Randall.
Again, lessons learned. One of the hardest things for us to do is to Monday morning quarterback another law enforcement officer, but you do learn from your mistakes. Again, as he mentioned, you hear them in the beginning saying, there's kids inside, there's kids inside, there's victims. We gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go. And then you also understand that this officer with the long gun, he has the right tool. He's got the right idea. That's exactly what we train for. That's the tool that you want to take into a situation like this so you can go to work and you can end it. You hear a few times someone trying to find out who's in charge. That is not uncommon in a situation like this. It's very chaotic. And sometimes they're just not clear. Who is in charge? Who's making the decision? Again, when we're taught to do the alert training, this rapid law enforcement response to an active shooter, we do not wait. We do not treat it as a barricaded gunman situation. You don't have to wait for tactical. You take one other officer with you if that's all you got, and you go to where the threat is.
Lance, the other part of the equation, we heard this discussion as well, there's kids in there. So how do you handle that? I mean, I think they had the information. I heard one officer say in the video, 40 or 50 rounds have been shot already. So he's already fired the gun and there's kids there. So how do you balance that?
So we'd have to ask the officer. I took that as a determination that the gunman was not alone. I know that sounds very elementary, but a gunman who has shot people and is now by himself in a room is a very different situation than somebody who still has potential victims or victims who need medical attention. So it seems like that's what they were dealing with. There's always a concern that, and law enforcement officers, I've represented over 150 officers in shootings. They know they're going to take shots. And they're going to take the first shots probably. But the bottom line is they can't shoot back sometimes until they know exactly where the friendlies are and where the suspect is and what level they are both at. It's an elementary school. The children are shorter than an adult, but they are in some respects defenseless, but they have to keep pressure on the gunman to either draw the gunman's fire, pull the gunman out, or eliminate the threat.
And Trevor, we only have about 15 seconds here, but do you think after this there'll be a change in the training, response, et cetera, around the country?
Absolutely. You're going to do what you train for every time. You create those memory files, that muscle memory. But again, the only way we can learn what to do is by learning what not to do, what the failures are, and how we can fix that in the future.
Trevor Randall, Lance LoRusso, appreciate your time, your insight, your expertise. Thank you so much.